Glenn, aka Glenda Gatone, is a popular Isabong enthusiast in Barangay Gulong-Gulong. His frequent borrowing for online cockfighting bets left him in deep debt. Failing to repay, he was eventually shot in connection to the unsettled debts. Around 4:07 on the afternoon, a witness has reported the shooting incident in North Employees Barangay, Gulong-Gulong, Lucena City. The first responder took swift action, promptly heading to the crime scene to assess the situation and provide assistance. Upon the arrival at the crime scene, they immediately conducted an interview with the witness and promptly checked if the victim was still alive. The first responders swiftly secured the crime scene and called in the SACO team for further investigation. The SACO team arrived together with the team leader, investigator on case, evidence collector, photographer, sketcher, measurer, and log recorder. The team leader gives instruction to his team members and gave each of them their own special task. The investigator on case and the responder shares the information that they have gathered, while the other members are doing their own designated task. The evidence collector is preparing to enter the crime scene. The team leader, together with the investigator and evidence collector, carefully conducted the walkthrough. They examine the crime scene to search for evidence in order to document everything that can contribute to the evidence. After conducting a walkthrough, the log recorder then ensures proper documentation of the entry and exit of the SACO team. He is now taking various types of shots, including overall views, mid-range shots, close-ups, and scale shots to document the scene comprehensively. The evidence collector has now marked the respective evidence for thorough documentation. Upon their arrival, the sketcher immediately began working on his rough sketch, accompanied by his assistant measurer, while the photographer continues capturing photos to thoroughly document the evidence. The team leader, along with the investigator and evidence collector, meticulously conducted the walkthrough. They took a further investigation at the crime scene, hoping to find an additional evidence. He is currently capturing different kinds of shots, such as general view, mid-range views, close-ups, and scale shots, to thoroughly document the entire scene. The evidence collector proceeds to the other side of the scene and has meticulously applied distinctive marks to each piece of evidence, ensuring a comprehensive and detailed documentation process. The sketcher then moved to the opposite side of the crime scene and promptly initiated the creation of a preliminary sketch with the assistance of the measurer. After properly marking and photographing the evidence or crime scene, the evidence collector initially swabs the blood evidence using a sterile cotton swab and carefully places it in a sealed container. After obtaining the cell phone and blood evidence, he proceeded to collect other evidence at the adjacent crime scene. The evidence collector immediately proceeded to the other side of the crime scene and carefully placed it in a sealed container to avoid evidence contamination. After collecting the evidence carefully, the evidence collector also retrieved the stand-up numbers that's been used at the crime scene. The evidence collector first sealed the evidence bag and then affixed their signature on the sealed portion. He is now labeling each evidence bag, indicating the date and time, initials, and type of evidence on each one. After bringing the evidence to the lab Forensic examiners are now analyzing it for DNA, digital forensics, ballistics, and toxicology. The team, comprising both examiners and collectors, ensures a seamless investigation with preserved evidence integrity. After a thorough examination and study of the evidence, the forensic examiner will turn over the evidence to the evidence custodian by signing the turnover receipt. The evidence custodian, upon receipt, is the one responsible in storing and preserving information in a chain of custody to preserve and secure the evidence integrity. Furthermore, the custodian keeps the evidence safe by placing it inside the evidence room.
Do ba 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 do do ba do 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 a do ba do ba do.
Special thanks to our skilled sketcher, Godfrey D. Gallo.
A do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do 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 a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do a do ba do ba do ba do. A do ba do ba do, do ba do ba do. A do 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 do, a do ba do ba do, a do ba do ba do ba do ba do. A do ba do.